In this video, we're going to talk about how you can use code nodes in n8n to be able to save yourself some time and some money by not having to spend money on tokens by using an AI agent. And this was something that took me a little bit of time to figure out with n8n because I was not a programmer. I'm not a coder. I shouldn't say was. I'm still not. I don't know how to code. If it was not for ChatGPT, I would not be able to build any of the tools that I'm able to build. But as I was building and as I was going through the process of learning this, I eventually came to realize that a lot of the things that I was using AI agents for, you'll see an AI agent down here. I was using these AI agents in order to be able to process information that I was getting from some other node or from a spreadsheet or from somewhere else and be able to sort it the way I needed it to be sorted because I didn't know any better. And as I learned how to do this, I've come to realize that the code node is actually an incredibly powerful tool for you, even if you don't know how to code, because I still don't, all right? I've been doing this for about 5 months now, about 6 months, making all kinds of workflows. And it's just in the past 2 months that I've really started to realize the power of being able to use ChatGPT to write a code node to just using plain language. And so I'll give you an example down here. Down here, I've got this loop that takes some video ideas that I have. It breaks the video ideas into what each section of the video should be about. So this one right over here breaks the section of the video into different topics. I then write those sections, and then each section of the video gets run through here. So it researches a little bit, it writes the section headings inside of that section, and then it writes the whole section with those section headings. And so a video might have 2, 3, 5 different sections that then all get put together and made into a video. But at the end, I needed all that data to come out and be processed in a way that I could then add to a Google Sheet, and preferably as a single item. All right, and so I need you to understand, like the videos that I'm talking about, we're talking, these scripts are like 16 pages long, 18 pages long. That's a lot of text to have to run through an AI agent. And then you have the possibility that the AI agent is going to go ahead and rewrite everything inside of it if your system prompt is not strong enough, or it might omit certain things, or it may not format it correctly. And so like I just, instead of having to worry about that, I have a code node here, a single code node that takes all of the various things that ran through this section here, all these loops. And, again, it can be like 2, 3, 5 different items that come through. It then combines them into a single thing, and it outputs a single item. But I didn't know how to do that. So what I do is I'll come over to ChatGPT, I'll just open a thing, and I'll just say something like, I need a code node that will take different items named, let's just call it video topic, with their various items within them and combine them together into a single output. All right. And it'll probably know what I'm talking about. A code node snippet. It's probably making JavaScript. Yep, JavaScript. And that's what n8n uses, is JavaScript. Don't use Python. It will not work with Python. And so here is a simple set of code. What I'll do is I'll just copy it. I'll come over. I'd come in here. I'd paste it in. I would test it. If it worked the way I wanted it to work, cool, it works. If it did not work the way I wanted it to work, then you just tell ChatGPT, oh, actually, actually, I need the output to be named video topic. And inside of it, there needs to be 3 items, row length. It remembers what I've done here, so that's why it's all there, and style. Now let's see if it'll fix it for me. It gives me a refine, it combines them, outputs a single object named video topic. Inside, I got 3 things. And so here's what it'll look like as an output. It's exactly what I want. And then that would be it, okay? And so if you're afraid of using code with your n8n workflows, I need to dispel you of the notion that it's complicated. I maybe after a few months, I've started to come to realize what some of this stuff means. But the more complex codes that I have, let's see, do I have a more complex one? What's this one do? That's, man, I don't even know what any of this means. So if item key, I think that's a does not absolutely equal, because the two equal signs means absolutely equal. Is this not undefined? I don't know what two ands mean. Item key does not absolutely equal null and two ands. I don't actually know what that means. What I do know is that when I run it through this process, the code works. And so long as you're getting the output that you're looking for, ChatGPT is your best friend, all right? We now live in a world where coders don't actually have to know how to code, all right? I get requests from clients, from people who want me to help them build workflows, and I fully admit, I do not know how to program. You don't have to anymore. This is the coolest thing in the world that we're able to do this. I think I have another code node over here. What's this one do? This one takes my research. Actually, no, this one takes the length item that I had, and then it figures out how many pieces of the video there's supposed to be. It takes off some time for the introduction. It takes off some time for the conclusion. It then calculates how much time each section of the video actually has, and then I pass that to an AI agent to then write that much script. And again, I didn't know how to figure that math out myself. I just asked ChatGPT to do it. So code nodes in n8n, they are the coolest thing in the world. You do not have to know how to program. And so long as you don't need actual thinking, all right, as long as you don't need to figure out how to write something new, which you would have to do with an AI agent, as long as you're just processing information, whether it's numbers or items, or I had an example. I had a client who needed 5,700 different products that they had on their Shopify store. They needed to add all kinds of different data points, such as Google ID numbers and colors and age groups and all of that. I used an AI model to identify what the product was and what item it matched up with, which ID number it matched up with. But then I had to run it through a code to be able to combine everything into a list properly. And if I had done it through another AI agent, that would have cost me hundreds of thousands, if not millions of tokens, probably millions of tokens, because my system prompts are at least 1,000 tokens each. That adds up. That's a lot of money. And so with a code node, it doesn't cost anything, because that's something that computer is able to do on its own. And so code nodes, don't sleep on them. Try to figure them out. Just simple things. If it doesn't need thinking, how can you use a code node? And if you don't have a clue, just ask ChatGPT. Just ask it, how can I use a JavaScript code node in order to process this data for this result? And it'll probably tell you. So if you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Please make sure to like and share the video, because this information really can help other people out there, and it'd be great to be able to get it out there to help them. Also, be sure to click the link in the description below. I have more helpful n8n tutorials in my free school community, as well as a ton of n8n workflows for free that'll help you with your social media posting, business management, product labeling, all kinds of things, all absolutely free inside the school community. And as always, I'm Bradford Carlton. Let's automate your success together.